everybody, this is Elissa from Make Arts and Crafts, and today we are doing a little bit of a delayed, belated, whatever you want to call it, WIP and Chat. WIP stands for work in progress, chat means chat. We're going to sit here and chat. I'm going to set my timer before I forget. I need a 55-minute timer, so that way I can see I'm setting my timer right there. WIP and Chat, we're going to work in progress. I'm going to be working on my work in progress. And we're going to be chatting a little bit about the day, week. I haven't really been doing anything today, but a little bit about my week, all of that fun stuff. It's a little bit of a delay to it. It's obviously, this is going up on Monday, not my normal Saturday when I normally do my WIP and Chats. As you can obviously hear from my voice sounds a little bit off from my normal voice. And that's because I apparently came down with some kind of crud while I was in Seattle for school. So obviously, yeah, that's something that Sushi's totally getting into things. She's been sleeping, napping, and then of course I pull out the camera and this kitten decides to choose violence. The moment I pull out the camera, the kitten decides to choose violence. We will see if I have to eject her carcass from the office or not. So we will see if I go for the full 55-ish minutes or so, or if I decide to pull it shorter. We will see. It just depends on how my voice holds up. I'm not coughing as much today as I was yesterday, which is a good thing. So yes, there is that. So what am I working on today, you may ask? Well, I am working on Lunar New Year Kitty. Look at the cuteness of that kitty cat, and look at my adorable lucky cat, and that's the cover minder that came with it. What are chaos? Come on, no, we're not gonna stick our face in this hole. Move your kitten butt. Move. Don't meow at me. She's silly. This is Lunar New Year Kitty, or Lunar New Year Kitty, however you want to do it. I hate saying Mew. It bothers me. And this is by the artist Puffy Gator. The kit comes to us from Distracted by Diamonds, which is also, you can find over on Etsy as, oh gosh, what is it over on Etsy? It's not Distracted by Diamonds on Etsy. It's Patty Wax. There you go, because that's my other place that I'll have bought wax from. Super adorable kit. I am working on this as one of my canvases that no, we're not going to go in front of me. Working on for my Lunar New Year DP along. Obviously, I did not finish it. I literally just finished the second section last night. Or was it last night or the day before? I can't remember. Do not jump on my tripod. That's not what we do, kitten. Like I said, she has chosen violence. Really, you're going to snot all the things now? She has chosen violence because I am recording. Nothing prior to that. But now that I'm recording, this thing has chosen violence. She's chosen all the wrong things. She's like, Mom's doing things, I must do things too. I mean, look at this. Chaos, utter chaos. It's that tortitude, because she's a torty tabby. So it's the tortitude in her that must choose violence in everything she does. She's not going to look at the camera now. Sushi. She's like, what, Mom? Big sigh. That was, total anger cat face. Get up here with your little RBF. Get up here. Kitten butt. All right, so Lunar New Year Kitty, this is a 62 by 77 round drill kit. It has, how many colors does it have? I think it has like 49 or something like that. 50 colors. 50 colors. I think it came with like 3 ABs, but I've added a whole passel of other stuff to it. What are my supplies I'm using? My Bella trays, just because I like the Bella trays. They're my favorite tray to use. I am using this beautiful pen from Enabler's Outpost. I have not changed my supplies yet because it's too much effort. I am using mahogany coconut wee wax. So I guess you could say I have changed my supplies because I'm using this. I'm about to break into it. If you wonder how I load my wax, I do this to load my wax. And then I squish it down with my thumb, wipe off any excess. That's how I load my wax, or my wee wax, into my single placer. If I'm loading wee wax into my multi-placer, I scrape it like this. If I'm using the large tin, I'll scrape it like this, and then I'll like smush it down with my finger, and then I'll scrape off any excess with my fingernail, and then I'll keep doing that and kind of squish it down. It's a little bit messier doing it in the multi-placer side. And then I am using hot buttered rum Mary Mud in my multi-placer. That is what I am using for those supplies. And what else? What else? Is there anything else? I can't think. My brain is not operating on all cylinders right now. So I think that is the gist of what I am up to. Maybe I will do, yeah, I'm gonna just hold this in this hand. We're gonna go ahead and turn our big light off. So we're gonna go into the dark. And this is my list of enhancements if you want to know what I have enhanced. But we're gonna start with the whites right here because I want to make progress on this canvas. So that is what we are starting with. I don't know if I'm going to be going this whole time or not. It just depends on how the voice holds up and if my throat starts to get sore as I am talking. So no clue how that is going to go. We will see. We will see. So I hope everybody has had a better week than I have. My week was going great until I started feeling like crap. So yeah, it was going fine until then. I had a wonderful week until I started feeling like crap. Let's see. We left off last Saturday. Last Saturday was fine, normal day, all that fun stuff. I spent the day kind of like, I did notice, maybe it's something that I've started coming down with this crud before I even left for Seattle. I don't know. My poor sleep habits, I think, probably contributed to me getting sick, because I've been sleeping like crap lately. But I've kind of had, like, for the last week, let's see, we're on Sunday. I'm filming this Sunday evening. So for the last week, I've kind of had, like, started, like, last Saturday. I've had this, like, lingering migraine feeling for, like, the last week and a half. And it just hadn't improved. And I was like, whatever, I'll take my meds when it gets worse, blah, blah, blah. Every couple days, I'll take the prescription. Like, treat the migraine meds for the really bad migraines, but you can't take them every day. I have to take them, like, every couple days. So I've been doing that I was doing that, and then I spent Saturday, like, cleaning and prepping to go to Seattle on Sunday morning. So I was cleaning the house, which, of course, I started way too late in the day to start cleaning the house and getting that prepped for my house sitter to come in. And then doing laundry, getting that all prepped, making sure the girls were ready to go. Just making sure everything was ready for the girls, for me to not be there to take care of the girls and to have my house sitter taking care of the girls. Because I don't like to stress my girls out, so I have somebody come in and stay at the house to take care of the girls because that's better for them than trying to take them somewhere. I would rather have someone come in and stay here and take care of my babies rather than having to take my babies somewhere. Because it's just so much easier on them. Because they are in their environment and it's less stressful for them. And I just feel better about them being home and being watched than trying to be like, okay, how are they doing in a strange environment? I don't want them being, like, cooped up in, like, a crate or a kennel all day long. Like, that's not fair to them when they're used to getting the run of the entire place, minus the bathrooms, because Chaos Kitten cannot leave my shower curtains alone, or the drain stopper in the guest bathroom. It's just like the little battle with this kitten. So that's what I spent my Saturday doing. And then once I did all of that, I finished packing, I went to bed. And then Sunday, I left Sunday morning. I think if there's no traffic, to the airport that I use is like an hour 35, hour 40 minutes from my house if there's no traffic. If there's traffic, it can take like 2 hours to get there. But I usually try to time my flights for a day or a time when I know that I'm not going to deal with too much traffic. So having a Sunday flight, my flight was at like 11:30, 11:40. So I'm not like type A person that has to be there 2 hours early, even if it's a domestic flight, because like it makes me anxious if I'm not there early. So even though my flight wasn't until 11:40, I'm like, okay, well, that means I have to leave the house and be there 2 hours early, so I need to be there by 9:40. So I left the house plenty of time. Only took me like an hour 35-ish, hour 40 to get there. No traffic on the way there. It was great. Got there, parked the car, had a like really pretty good parking spot in the parking lot that I was in. And then I walked in to the terminal, I'm always TSA pre-check. because I will not fly anything but TSA pre-check because it's just so much more effortless. So went through security, which was just basically I just walked up and walked in, dropped my bag. That's the nice thing about being TSA pre-check is you basically put your bag on the conveyor belt, put your phone in your bag, and walk through because you don't have to take anything out of your bag and you don't have to take anything off. So walk through with my hoodie on and everything. It's wonderful. Makes it streamlined when you're going through security. I'm all about what's effortless. In the quickest way to go through security, go through, grabbed myself some breakfast. I think I had like avocado toast from Dunkin' Donuts because that particular airport doesn't have a Starbucks, but it has a Dunkin'. So I got avocado toast and like tea. No, yeah. What did I have? Oh, I had a matcha. No, I had I had a chai latte. That's what I had, a chai latte. Nowhere near as good as Starbucks. I prefer Starbucks to Dunkin' any day. At least for like their tea options. But I had a matcha latte with almond milk. Iced matcha latte with almond milk for my breakfast with some avocado toast. It was okay toast. The avocado toast was meh. It was okay. I've had a lot better. That one was like meh. Totally meh. But that was my breakfast. And then just kind of chilled. Watched some dramas until it was time to board my flight. Boarded my flight. It was like a 45-minute, 50-minute flight to Phoenix. Layover in Phoenix. Got some lunch. Waited for my next flight. Ooh, pardon me. I breathed too deeply. I can't take deep breaths. And I forgot and took too deep of a breath. Boarded my next flight and flew up. I think the next one was like a little over 3 hours to Seattle. Flew to Seattle. Got off, got my rental car. And then drove to the hotel. I think I got in at like 6:30 or so. Got in about 6:30 or so. Went to the hotel, settled in, and just kind of chilled until the rest of the night. Relaxed. Edited my video that went up on Monday, which took forever to load. I couldn't fall asleep either on Monday night or Sunday night. So it took me, which didn't help for me coming down with this crud because I couldn't sleep. So I think I ended up falling asleep at like 1 o'clock in the morning or something, which is not what you want when you're getting ready to do something that's going to take a lot of like mental power. Because my mentorship hours that I was doing in Seattle is a lot of like mental strain. But you know, it is what it is. And then Monday, I think I knew exactly where I was going because I've been there before. This is like my third trip up there to work in this clinic with my mentor, who's phenomenal. He's an absolutely phenomenal physical therapist. He owns the clinic, and he just opened another, a branch clinic for his clinic that's in downtown Seattle as well. So like it's a nice clinic. So spent the day with him. This one we actually had planned it far enough advance that we had more town time. Because normally we're seeing patients back to back to back, like nonstop. And then we have a break for lunch and that's about it. But we had finally been able to plan this trip out far enough advance that we were able to do like half an hour break to kind of go over, discuss how we had done, how everything was going, how that patient went, what we could have done better, what we did well. And then see our next patient, which was hour-long appointments, and then have half an hour break to kind of like discuss everything, and then do our next patient, half an hour break. So that's kind of how our day went on Monday. So fairly good day, went well, learned a lot. I always learn a lot working with him. And then Tuesday was at his downtown clinic, which is, it's like right on one of the lakes, right there. And oh my goodness, it was beautiful. So, like, you're in the 4th floor of this building that's, like, right on a lake, and you're overlooking the water. So, the whole time in between patients, you're, like, watching seaplanes launch and take off and land from the water. And I'm like, okay, I needed this. This was what, like, yeah, it's like, beyond the fact that I'm actually, like, sitting here and getting, like, the knowledge and, like, the education, and like the learning and the mentorship piece, which is always good. I needed that like rejuvenation of being here on the water. Because for me, there's nothing quite like being on the water. Like the water is my happy place. That's, to me, is what like soothes and feeds my soul. I need the water. And I never realized how drained I am being in the desert and how like parched my soul is until I am near the water like that. And it was just like to sit there in between patients and stare out at the water and just watch the water. I'm like, okay, I needed this just to sit here and watch the water. Like that alone was like worth the trip and flying up there and doing everything just to sit there in between patients and stare at the water and be like, okay, this is it. I just needed this. Which just further cements that I am not a desert person in any way, shape, or form. I have to live somewhere with water. Like, I have to. It is a requirement. My soul needs water. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to leave the desert and be back to the water again. Oh, my word. I so needed that. But it was really good. Tuesday was a good day. And then Wednesday was a shorter day. I didn't have to be in until, like, 1 o'clock. The other days were all like 8:30 to like 5 or 6. It was like 8:30 to 5 or 6, yeah. And then so they were like 8.5-hour days. And then you're jumping up on the shelf. I will let you do that, emoji. And then Wednesday was a shorter day. That one was like I came in at 1 and then was there until like 6:30 or so. So that one was definitely shorter. But I woke up Wednesday and I was like, okay, I can get some some schoolwork done, some work done, because I had taken a work laptop with me to get a project done that I'm supposed to be getting done for my boss. But the people that were supposed to be sending me some data for said project have not yet sent me the data that I need, and I'm like, granted, I didn't check my email on Thursday or Friday because I just felt like crap and didn't have the energy to do it this week or this Thursday or Friday. I'm like, well, at this point, I'll just wait until I get back to work on Monday. But, so anyways, I checked my email Wednesday morning, but I woke up feeling like utter crap on Wednesday. Woke up with a blinding migraine. And I was like, didn't sleep it off because I had like this migraine percolating all week long. I had taken meds for it, I think on Monday or Tuesday, and it took an edge off, but didn't get rid of it completely. I took, and it was still there. Wednesday, I woke up and it was like a world worse. It was so bad on Wednesday. I was like, what is this madness? Come on. I just felt like death warmed over on Wednesday when I woke up. I felt horrible. I even like woke up and I had a little bit of like the beginnings of a sore throat where it wasn't quite to a sore throat, but you could feel like the sore throat was coming in, and I could feel some of like the post nasal drainage starting. I wasn't like excess like drainage yet or anything to that point yet, but I could feel it was coming. I was like, okay, it's there. It's getting ready. I'm like, okay, I'm glad this is my last day here because I'm just starting to feel like crap kind of a thing. So survived Wednesday, and that was it. I just had to make it through Wednesday. And my mentor is the one that owns the clinic and everything, and he's like, when you're ready to retire from the Navy and get out, if you ever want to move to Seattle, you've got a job here. He's like, I will hire you in a heartbeat. You will always, if you want to move here, you always have a job here. And if you're ever in Seattle, come stop by and visit. Like, he definitely, like, if I worked for a regular clinic, he would be total, and wasn't in the Navy where the Navy owns me, he would totally be like, scalping me from my job or scavenging me, whatever you call it when you steal people from their jobs. He would totally be doing that if I worked for a regular company. He would be like stealing me from them. Like, but being military, it's a little bit different because it's not just like, oh, come work for me. It's like a multi-year, it's like a multi-month slash I would have to like give at least a year's notice if I wanted to get out. It's not just a quick process of saying, oh, I'm done with the Navy. No, it's a process to get out of the Navy. But he's like, when you're done with the Navy and you either retire or get out, if you want to move to Seattle, you've got a job here. So that's kind of cool. Knowing that if I ever decide I want to go to Seattle and live in Seattle, I have a job waiting for me. But like, he will gladly hire me there, which is awesome because I love his clinic and I love how his business model is and how he works. It's super, super awesome. And I love working with him. Like, I could easily have him as my boss, happily and easily have him as my boss. But that was that. Flew back on Thursday. It was either leave like at a god-awful early hour of the morning on Thursday, with like a 6 a.m. flight, which would have necessitated waking up at like 3 a.m. to get to the airport, to drop off the rental car, and then take the shuttle over to the actual airport proper from the rental car facility. And then all of that rigmarole, or leave it at like a decent time of day. So I left I think my return flight was another like 11 something flight, which was completely fine. I had nothing else to do. Because if I had left later in the day or first thing in the morning, I would have gotten stuck in rush hour traffic going home from the airport, going through like San Bernardino and Riverside. I would have gotten stuck in all of that traffic being rush hour on the way home. But if I left later in the day, I wouldn't have to worry about that rush hour traffic if I left at like that 11:30, 12 flight, because by then the rush hour traffic, my flight got in at like 6 or so, like almost like 6:30 in Cali, down in like Ontario, got in at like 6:30 p.m. So by the time I left, rush hour traffic was wrapping up, and I didn't have to deal with all of that traffic. So I think it took like an hour 45, hour 50 to get back, which is not quite the hour 35, hour 40 that it is with no traffic, but still not bad. It could have been much, much worse, and I would have been if I had not taken that later flight. But that also gave it so I didn't have to rush in the morning and get up really, really early or anything like that, especially like feeling as blah as I did. Like, totally medicated myself with all of the cough drops and everything for my flight back. My right ear didn't want to equalize to the pressure when I got off the plane. On my way, like when I landed, I didn't want to equalize to pressure. So I was like, yeah, it's been a while since that's happened. Normally I fly really well and I don't have any issues. But that right ear it didn't want to equalize the pressure. And I can still feel like if I put my head in certain angles or positions, it does that weird crackle saying that the pressure is not 100% equalized right now. It's still kind of got a little bit of a clog to it. But yeah, Thursday, I think I basically like slept on Thursday. Well, I came home and I got back in just shy like 8:45. I was like, oh, I'm going to sit down on the couch and just kind of relax for a little bit. Next thing I know, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Totally fell asleep at like 3 o'clock until 3 o'clock in the morning on the couch. And I'm like, I need to go to bed. Because sleeping on the couch is not what it's about. Even though my couch is really comfortable, because technically it's a mattress that's inside the couch frame. So it's a really comfortable couch. But it's not the same as sleeping in your actual bed. But yeah, so I went to bed and slept. Started to have, like, my voice started going on Friday. Continued to be really crappy with a major cough on Saturday. It's a little bit better today, but my voice totally sounds off. And I still feel Still feel like death warmed over. I have to go to work tomorrow, but I think I'm going to try to see if I can get before I see any patients tomorrow, I'm going to see about getting a COVID test just to make sure I don't have anything contagious. I'll be wearing a mask just because of like the contagion factor of just in case. But I'm going to see if they'll give me a COVID test before I see any patients just to be on the safe side. So I'll go next door to the actual primary care side of the house once I get into work and be like, hey, can you guys give me a test real quickly? Because I don't want to see patients if I've got the crud. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't have time to be sick. None of us have time to be sick, but we'll see how that goes. I've never actually had COVID, so that's gonna be the if I did. But I'm so sick so rarely that I'm like, I don't know what regular sick is versus like COVID sick, because I've never actually, like, I never get sick. It's very rare for me to not feel good like this. And especially like, and I think the biggest thing for me that I'm like, maybe it's more than just a regular cold, is the like foggy migraininess that hasn't resolved, that's still there like after like a week, because it kind of started with that foggy migraininess, and then I started feeling crappy, like body crappy, and I had a fever for a couple days according to my Aura ring. I had a couple days of a fever. I don't have a fever now or anything like that, but I did have a couple days of a fever. So we will see what it looks like and how it's going, and kind of go from there. So yes. And then what else do I have? That's kind of the gist of what I've done. And then this weekend has basically just been sleeping and recovering from feeling like crap. Well, I'm not really recovering from feeling like crap because I still feel like crap. But basically just been trying to sleep and eat, forcing myself to eat because I don't have an appetite, but forcing myself to eat food, which has basically been either ramen noodles or pizza rolls, because those are the only two things that are appetizing in any way, shape, or form, which is kind of funny. But those are the only two things that I've been finding appetizing. So yeah, either ramen noodles or pizza rolls. Today has been, I think I actually had a bowl of cereal for breakfast. And then I've had ramen noodles. That's it. Like ramen noodles. And I like the beef ramen noodles, are like my go-to, unless I have like a flavor. But my basic ramen noodles that I'll get are just like the beef ramen noodles, the cheap ones. They work. They fill the void in the stomach. And that's what matters. But yeah. So this will be the first of 3 videos that we're going to do for the last of the 3 weekly prize winners. I'm putting in the link, filtering for duplicate users, comment replies. We're going to solve our sum. I am going to be doing, like I said, all 3 weekly prize winners. And I'll be doing a separate little poll, I believe, that's going to go up tomorrow, for either tomorrow or Wednesday. I may do it I may do it as a separate video tomorrow for our grand prize winners. I think I'll do that tomorrow for our grand prize winners. We're going to get our YouTube comments. That gives everybody a last little bit. We had 50 unique comments on this one. Let's see who our winner of this lovely Enablers Outpost pen is going to be. Congratulations. Look at that beauty. All right. So those are our winners. Super exciting. Yay. So make sure to go ahead and message me. Let me know so I can verify that you know that you have won, and we will go from there. Okay. So we are putting in our link. This is going to be for WeWax. We've got filter duplicate users, add comment replies. We are going to come down and solve our sum. 3 plus 1. Sometimes math is hard. Get our comments. We have 30 unique comments, and who is the lucky winner who's going to win this lovely prize? Boom! Congratulations! So you're going to want to go ahead and reach out to me, verify. Best way is on Instagram, so that way I can go from there. And I will be shipping prize packs out at some point this coming week. I have to finish putting together the last little bit of the prize packs. I didn't get as much done this weekend because I am obviously, as you can hear from my voice, a little bit under the weather. But I will be putting those together this week the rest of the way. They're sitting in like individual little piles on my desk waiting to be put into packages and sent out to everybody. But yeah, reach out to me just like the rest of the winners, and I will be mailing everything out. I should have everybody's address, and we will go from there. Our final weekly prize winner is actually going to be for a goodie bag of some type. I don't know what Steph's going to put in it yet, from Lazy River Crafts. And this will be actually sent straight from Steph over at Lazy River Crafts. So we're going to put in our comment replies, filter duplicate users, come down and solve our sum. Let's see what we've got there. It's always so much fun figuring that, and get our comments. And we have 37, and now we are going to go ahead and see who is our winner. Boom, boom, boom. Congratulations! So this is our winner here. Yay! So go ahead and reach out to me just to verify that we know that you have won, and we will go from there. And I will be letting Steph know that you are the winner as well. Let's see, diamond painting wise, I did not do very good with purchases for this last month. I think I talked about it in my month in review, so you guys can check that out for February's month in review. I purchased way more than I wanted to have purchased. I did already go into March knowing what a couple of the purchases I was going to make. I did buy the Yume Rebreathe. That one was like an absolute must. Let me get a drink of my water. One, it's a Yume, so that was an absolute have because it's a Yume. And two, like the subject matter of it, like even if it wasn't a Yume, that's the subject matter being the Rebreathe like that image is just so stunning. And I feel like that image just really speaks to me, especially with the breathing issues that I've had living out here, like after Afghanistan, being in the desert, and then like with all those breathing issues that I've had, that it just really speaks to me. So that was one. There's so much meaning behind that image in so many different ways and connotations to it. So that was an image that I was like, I have got to have it. That was from the first round of voting in the Diamond Art Club VIP group. That was one of the images that was in that first round of voting that I was a member of the group for. So to finally, and that was back, I think, May of 23 is when I voted for that image. So to see like my first round of images that I voted for start coming out as paintings is kind of cool, because I was like, oh, hey, I voted for this and now it's actually out. So that's neat seeing that. Let's see. So I purchased that, and then I purchased 3 canvases. That one was on my exempt list. And then I actually purchased 3 canvases from Bella Art Diamonds on Saturday as well. One of them was koi. That was those koi swimming around. That one was just so beautiful. I had to purchase that one. And then I was planning on which I kind of had, once I saw that one in the sneak peek list from back, I knew I was going to purchase that one as soon as I saw it, a couple weeks ago in the sneak peek list when Nicole sent out the list of images to all of us sneak peekers. And then the other one being the Day of the Cat by Tengu Arts. That image was the other one that I was like, I must have that image. Once I saw that's one that I've been wanting as well. So those two were going to be like must-haves. And then somehow like the blue, I think it's like blue, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the Blue Wave one by Nicole's art. That one just somehow jumped into my cart, which normally I'm really good at practicing self-control. when it comes to what ones I purchase. But that one just jumped into my cart when I was purchasing the other ones. So I ended up purchasing 3 instead of the 2 I was originally going to purchase. So I was like, okay, I need to rein it back in a little bit. Because, you know, I'm trying to cut down on the hoard, not enlarge the hoard. And that definitely enlarged the hoard, purchasing those 3 from Bella Art Diamonds. But I really wanted those images. So those ones, and what I love is that the koi, and I believe it's the koi and the Day of the Cat, both of those are rounds. And then the blue wave one, that one is a square. So I did add 2 more rounds to my hoard, which I was happy about. Because I'm always all about adding the rounds, considering the Yume was a big square, like a big square. And I have so many big squares. And I would really like to cut down on some of the big squares that I have and not add more big squares to my hoard. So that's one of those things that I'm trying to consciously avoid, buying big square canvases. So slowly and steadily, we're getting there. My goals for this week, what do I want to do? Obviously, I am making progress on, I want to make progress on this kit. My Lunar New Year Kitty, I want to actually make some progress on Lunar New Year Kitty. And not like the fact that it took me over a week to finish this one section. I want to actually make meaningful progress on it. And this is a good section with lots of color blocking. So that should help with all of this white that I'm doing right here. Because there's a surprising amount of like confetti in like all of these little areas. But having this much white right here, I think will help me be able to work my way through this section quickly, move on to the next section, and so on. Because I want to make progress on this. I really do. I would like to finish, I have the 3 canvases. I would like to finish all 3 of them this month. Realistically, if I continue at the same speed that I did February, I'm definitely not going to finish them this month. But I would like to finish, if I can finish 2 of the 3, that will make me happy. To finish 2 of the 3 canvases this month. If I can finish Super Dragon and Lunar New Year Kitty, and then ideally make a good dent in the Storm God, getting that one, progress made on that one. That would make me really happy to be able to do that. But at least making progress, good progress on them, rather than like the half-hearted progress that I made in February. I'd like more progress. But for this week, I would definitely, because these sections won't take me a long time. I'm going to finish this one. I want to finish this one today. We'll see if that happens. Try to get a section on Monday. I'm not going to be able to work on Tuesday. That would be, so today, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It would be nice to be able to finish this kit by next weekend. That would be awesome. To finish this one by next weekend. That would be a perfect world. That would be what I would aim for. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but that would be awesome. Because then I would be like, okay, 1 week down in the month, and I've finished 1 kit, which would be pretty doggone sweet. So we'll see. I don't know how I'm going with all of it. Never know. You never know. I will announce my grand prize winners. I think I'll put up a special video for the grand prize winners for the Lunar New Year DP24. Grand prize winners are going to be in a special video that's going to go up, I think tomorrow. I'll do a special short video for that tomorrow. So that way we can have our grand prize winners announced. But other than that, I think I'm probably going to call it. I'm not going to do, like I said, I don't think I'm doing a super long video today because I can feel my voice is starting. My throat isn't super sore or anything right now, but I can feel my voice is starting to like, it's not sore and it's hydrated, but it's getting harder to talk. So I don't want to like wake up tomorrow and have absolutely no voice, because I am planning on going to work, starting with the test to see about if I am like a contagious human being or what, and kind of go from there. So we will see how it goes, and I will have more to update you guys on when I touch base with you guys in our WIP and Chat, which will be up at its normally scheduled time on this coming Saturday. This is just the weird aberration. But yeah, I would go ahead and call it from here. I hope you, well, let's go ahead and turn it off. Turn on the light so you can see the progress that I made. Not a ton of progress. Well, actually, I did make a fair amount. Here, I'll turn off that light there. So you can see we did make some pretty good progress on the whites there. I know there's a bit of the glare that you get from that. That's why I don't work with that light there. But look at how much progress we made this whole section right here of the white. I think that's pretty decent for this, like, the 30-ish minutes that I actually spent diamond painting in this short but sweet WIP and Chat. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch up with you guys in our next video. Hopefully my voice starts to improve. I've already filmed the video for Wednesday, so Wednesday's video will be half normal voice and half, like, you know, crappy voice. And we will see what Friday's video sounds like. I haven't decided what video is going to be on Friday, but hopefully my voice starts to sound better. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.